Imagine starting your day with energy, clarity, and confidence before the chaos even begins. In this video, do this every morning to take control. You'll discover a powerful yet simple habit that can completely shift how you face each day. Whether you're struggling with stress, lack of focus, or just feeling stuck, this one morning routine can help you regain control of your time, your mindset, and your life. Don't leave your day to chance. Take charge from the moment you wake up. Let's dive in and change the way your mornings work for you. In today's fast-paced world, many people wake up already feeling behind. They check their phones, rush to get ready, and dive headfirst into a chaotic stream of tasks without a moment to breathe. The result, a scattered mindset, lack of focus, and the feeling that the day is controlling them instead of the other way around. But here's the truth. Your morning sets the tone for your entire day. Establishing a structured morning routine is one of the most powerful things you can do to take control of your time, energy, and life. Why structure matters. Human beings thrive on structure. Our minds and bodies are designed to function best when there's a rhythm and a pattern to our activities. That's why children are taught routines from an early age. It provides them with a sense of safety, predictability, and control. As adults, we need structure just as much, if not more, especially in the morning when our brains are most sensitive to influence. A morning routine is not about rigidity or doing things robotically. Instead, it's about intentionally creating time and space to focus on what matters before the demands of the day take over. It provides a foundation from which productivity, mental clarity, and emotional balance can grow. What happens without structure, without a morning routine? We often default to reaction mode. We wake up, reach for our phones, get pulled into emails, social media, news, and everyone else's priorities before even asking ourselves what we want from the day. This reactive start scatters our attention and sets us up for a day of playing catch-up. Lack of structure also fuels anxiety. When your day begins with chaos, it often continues that way. You feel overwhelmed, out of sync, and like you're being pulled in 1,000 directions. A structured morning is the antidote to this noise. It brings calm into the chaos and replaces disorganization with direction. How a morning routine builds control. When you establish a solid routine, you're telling your mind and body, I am in control. You wake up with purpose instead of panic. You do things with intention rather than impulse. Over time, even a short morning routine begins to rewire your brain for discipline, confidence, and focus. This could be as simple as waking up at a consistent time, even on weekends, drinking a glass of water to hydrate your body and kickstart your metabolism, doing light stretching or breathing exercises to get grounded, spending 5-10 minutes journaling or reviewing your goals, avoiding your phone. The first 30 minutes of your day, these small habits compound. They give you a sense of progress before the day truly begins. You start to see mornings not as something to survive, but as a powerful opportunity to shape your mindset and direction. Creating your own structure. The beauty of a morning routine is that it doesn't need to be long or complex. In fact, the best routines are the ones that are sustainable. The key is to include a few simple actions that align with your personal goals, promote mental clarity, and emotional balance. Can be done consistently. Even on busy days, you might begin with just 10 or 15 minutes each morning. The important part is showing up for yourself before the world demands your attention. The ripple effect. Once you experience the power of a morning routine, you'll begin to notice its ripple effect throughout your entire day. You'll feel more grounded in meetings, more focused while working, and more present in your interactions. Over time, your routine becomes a form of self-leadership. It says, I value my time, I value my mindset, I'm not leaving my day to chance. And that's the ultimate goal, to live intentionally, not reactively. It starts the moment you open your eyes, and with a structured morning routine, you take the first step each day from a place of power, not panic. In an age of constant distraction, mental clarity is becoming a rare superpower. From the moment we wake up, our attention is pulled in countless directions. Notifications, emails, social media, work demands, and endless to-do lists. It's no wonder that many of us feel mentally foggy, overwhelmed, and unable to concentrate on what truly matters. But here's the good news. Starting your day with a focused morning practice can dramatically improve your mental clarity, and in turn help you stay sharp, productive, and calm throughout the rest of the day. The morning mind, a fresh canvas. Your mind is most receptive and open in the morning. After a night of rest, your brain hasn't yet been flooded by the noise of the world. That early window is precious. It's a chance to guide your thoughts intentionally before external distractions hijack your focus. If you spend your first waking moments scrolling your phone or reacting to other people's demands, your clarity evaporates. Your brain gets pulled into a whirlwind of fragmented information before it has a chance to wake up properly. But when you choose to spend your morning on a focused practice, like journaling, deep breathing, goal setting, or even quiet reflection, you give your mind space to align, settle, and prepare. What mental clarity really means: mental clarity isn't about being perfect or never having negative thoughts. It's about being aware of what you're thinking and feeling, and choosing what to focus on. It's having the discipline to direct your attention toward things that matter, instead of reacting impulsively to everything that pops up. When you lack clarity, your thoughts become scattered. You might try to work on something important, but your mind keeps drifting. You forget what you were doing, lose track of time, or feel stuck in decision paralysis. A focused morning practice clears the mental clutter and helps you get in touch with your priorities. Simple practices that build focus. There's no one size fits all approach, but here are some powerful morning habits that many successful people use to sharpen their focus and gain clarity. Journaling, writing down your thoughts, helps unload mental noise. It gives you a clearer sense of what's on your mind, what matters today, and what you should let go of. Even 5 minutes can make a big difference. Meditation or deep breathing, taking time to breathe deeply and be still, trains your brain to focus on the present moment. It reduces anxiety and helps you stay centered throughout the day. Visualization, mentally rehearsing your goals or ideal outcomes, can help you align your mind with your intentions. Athletes, performers, and high achievers use this tool to build clarity and motivation. Goal review or planning, looking over your top priorities for the day, helps cut through the clutter. Instead of reacting to every small task, you focus on what's most meaningful and impactful. The key is consistency. When practiced daily, even these small steps condition your brain to become more focused and less reactive. The science behind morning focus, neuroscience, supports the idea that our brains are more plastic and adaptable in the morning. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision making and focus, is most active during the first few hours after waking. That means it's the ideal time to program your mind with clarity, discipline, and intentional thought. Additionally, cortisol, your body's natural alertness hormone, is at its highest in the morning. When you pair this natural mental alertness with focused activity, your brain becomes primed for deep work and attention. Long-term benefits: when you start each day with mental clarity, you make better decisions, stay calm under pressure, handle distractions more effectively, feel less overwhelmed by stress, create a stronger connection to your long-term goals over time. This leads to more confidence, better performance at work, healthier relationships, and a deeper sense of purpose. Conclusion, begin with the mind. Ultimately, the first few moments of your day are more powerful than most people realize. They're not just minutes. They're mental anchors that shape how you think, feel, and act for the rest of the day. A focused morning practice gives you the gift of clarity, and with clarity you can create, lead, and live with intention. Imagine waking up in the morning and already feeling like you've won. Before checking your phone, before opening your inbox, before interacting with anyone, you've already done something intentional for yourself. That simple sense of accomplishment can be a powerful confidence boost. When you start your day with purpose and discipline, you create a mental shift that says, "I'm in control." A morning routine isn't just about physical actions, it's a mindset tool. One that helps you build confidence, inner strength, and self-leadership that carries over into every area of your life. Confidence starts with keeping promises to yourself. Confidence doesn't appear overnight. It's not something you're born with, it's something you build. And the foundation of confidence is self-trust. Every time you say you'll wake up early and don't, your mind remembers. Every time you tell yourself you'll go for a walk, drink water, or write in a journal, but skip it, you slowly erode that internal trust. Over time, this creates a quiet but constant inner voice saying, "I don't follow through." Now flip that. Every time you wake up and stick to your small morning habit, even when you don't feel like it, you're reinforcing the opposite belief. You're training your brain to say, "I do what I say I will. I show up for myself." That's how real confidence is born. A sense of control in an unpredictable world. Life is full of unknowns. You can't control traffic, how others behave, or unexpected situations. But your morning, that's yours. It's the one part of the day where you can decide what happens before the world interferes. Creating a morning routine gives you a sense of ownership over your life. It's like planting a flag that says, "No matter what happens today, I've already taken time for myself." That act alone puts you in the driver's seat of your day. When you feel in control, you're less reactive. You don't spiral when something goes wrong. You're grounded, composed, and able to respond to challenges with clarity rather than chaos. That stability boosts both your emotional strength and your outward confidence. The power of a small win. Confidence isn't built on big victories. It's built on small, consistent wins. A great morning routine gives you exactly that. Let's say your routine is, wake up at 6:30 a.m., drink a glass of water, write 3 things you're grateful for, do 10 minutes of stretching. Each of those steps is a win. They're simple, doable actions that take very little time, but they stack. By the time you start your day, you've already achieved something. That gives you a psychological edge. It's like starting the day on a winning streak. And when you begin that way, it's easier to continue making good choices. You're more likely to eat healthy, stay focused, and approach your work with a positive mindset. Momentum builds motivation. Confidence and control go hand in hand with momentum. When you start the day right, you build forward motion. You feel productive early, which reduces procrastination and gives you motivation to keep going. This is especially important on tough days. When you're tired, unmotivated, or stressed, your routine can become your anchor. It reminds you, "I've done this before, I can do it again." Even a small morning habit can reignite your belief in yourself. Affirming your identity. One of the most powerful parts of a morning routine is that it helps shape your identity. When you wake up and do something healthy, productive, or growth-oriented, you start to see yourself differently. "I'm the kind of person who takes care of myself, and I'm disciplined, and I show up for what matters." These identity statements are incredibly empowering. And the more you reinforce them with action, the stronger your confidence becomes, not just in the morning, but in every part of your life. Conclusion, start strong, stay strong. Confidence doesn't come from luck. It comes from preparation. And that preparation starts in the morning by doing just a few intentional things each day. By showing up for yourself, you build unshakable self-trust and take back control of your life. You don't have to wait for the right circumstances to feel powerful. You can create that feeling every single morning, starting with one simple decision to rise, act, and take charge. From the moment we wake up, the world demands our attention. Messages, emails, headlines, alerts, and social media notifications all competing to hijack our focus. And too often, we surrender to it without realizing the cost. But here's the truth. If you don't control your morning will control you. Or worse, someone else will. That's why creating a purposeful morning routine is so essential. It acts as a shield against distractions and gives you control over your own time, focus, and energy. The trap of reaction mode, let's be honest. Most people start their day in reaction mode. The alarm goes off, and the first thing they do is grab their phone. Suddenly, they're scrolling through notifications, reading texts, checking emails, and consuming everyone else's thoughts before they've even had a chance to think for themselves. This might seem harmless, but it has a deep psychological impact. The second you allow external inputs to dictate your attention, you're giving away your most valuable mental real estate. You're letting the outside world set the tone for your inner world. And what's worse, this becomes a habit, a pattern, a default way of starting every day feeling behind, unfocused, or anxious. Your morning is prime real estate. The early hours of your day are your most precious. Your brain is fresh. Your willpower is strongest. Your energy is untouched by the noise and demands of the outside world. That's why the first 30 to 60 minutes of your day are often referred to as prime mental real estate. When you protect that time and use it intentionally, you train your brain to respond, not react. You're more likely to stay grounded, focused, and clear-headed. But if you give that time away to distractions, whether it's your inbox, newsfeed, or group chat, you begin the day with fragmented attention. Designing a distraction. Free zone. One of the best things you can do for your morning routine is to create a distraction. Free zone. This means no phone for the first 30 minutes, no emails or social media, no jumping into work tasks immediately. Instead, fill that time with things that nurture your mind and set your intention. Read something uplifting. Write in a journal. Plan your top priorities. Meditate or stretch. The key is to focus inward before letting the world come in. You might think, I don't have time for all that. But it doesn't need to be long. Even 10 to 15 minutes of protected, intentional time can transform the way your day unfolds. Reclaiming mental space. When you eliminate distractions first thing in the morning, you give yourself the rare gift of mental clarity. You create space to actually think, to check in with yourself, to ask, what matters today? How am I feeling right now? What do I want to accomplish? These questions center you. They bring your focus back to what you can control. They stop you from being pulled in 100 directions by things that often aren't urgent or even important. This clarity leads to better decisions, higher productivity, and more emotional resilience throughout the day. Your attention is your power. We live in the attention economy. Every app, ad, and platform is fighting for your focus, because they know that attention equals influence. The more distracted you are, the easier it is for others to control your behavior. But when you guard your attention, especially in the morning, you reclaim your power. A solid morning routine is your personal firewall. It tells the world, not yet, I'm starting my day on my terms. Build the habit, change the pattern. It may not be easy at first. You'll be tempted to check your phone. You might feel like you're missing out or falling behind, but stick with it. The more you protect your mornings from distractions, the more you'll notice a shift. Less mental clutter, more confidence and clarity, better decision, making increased control over your time. It all starts with building the habit, deciding that your focus and peace of mind matter more than your feed or inbox. Conclusion, your morning, your terms, distractions will always be there, but whether they take over your life is entirely up to you. A powerful morning routine doesn't just organize your time, It protects your attention. And attention is the gateway to everything you want to accomplish. So take back those first moments of the day. Guard them like they are sacred. Because once you own your morning, you can own your day, and eventually your life. Ever wonder why some people seem to start their day full of energy, while others hit snooze, feel groggy, and drag themselves into the morning? The difference often lies in what happens during the first 30 minutes after waking up. A well-designed morning routine doesn't just sharpen your focus. It also boosts your physical vitality and emotional well-being, setting you up for a stronger, more resilient day. Energy isn't just about sleep. It's about how you activate your body and mind once you wake up. The right morning habits can supercharge your stamina, stabilize your mood, and help you handle daily stress with far more ease. Your body needs a wake-up call when you sleep. Your body enters a restorative state. Your breathing slows, your blood pressure drops, and your core temperature lowers. But once you wake up, your system needs help transitioning from rest to activity. A powerful morning routine gives your body a gentle wake-up call. This doesn't mean an intense workout unless that's your thing. Even simple actions like stretching, walking, deep breathing, or hydrating can boost circulation, increase oxygen flow, and trigger the release of endorphins that naturally elevate your mood and energy. It's like giving your body a message. It's time to rise, reset, and get moving. The role of movement: you don't need a full gym session. Just 5-10 minutes of movement in the morning can do wonders for your energy levels. Examples include light stretching or yoga to release stiffness and tension, a short walk outside to wake up your senses and connect with nature, jumping jacks or bodyweight exercises to get your blood pumping, breathwork like deep belly breathing or box breathing to calm the nervous system and increase oxygen. When you move your body, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, and the feel-good chemicals that reduce fatigue and boost mental clarity. You're not just waking up your muscles, you're waking up your mind and emotions too. Nutrition, fuel for energy. Many people skip breakfast or grab something sugary and processed, which leads to energy crashes later in the day. But your body needs high quality fuel to perform well, especially after 7-8 hours of fasting during sleep. Start your day with hydration. A glass of water or warm lemon water is ideal, followed by a light, balanced meal or snack that includes protein, fiber, and healthy fats. For example, a smoothie with fruit, greens, and a scoop of protein. Greek yogurt with nuts and berries, whole grain toast with avocado and egg. This gives your body the energy it needs to stay balanced and focused, without the ups and downs of caffeine or sugar spikes. Emotional energy. Setting the tone. Physical energy is just one piece of the puzzle. Your emotional state in the morning also plays a huge role in how your day unfolds. If you start the day feeling rushed, stressed, or overwhelmed, you carry that tension into your work, relationships, and decisions. But if you take a few minutes to center yourself emotionally through gratitude, prayer, journaling, meditation, or simply sitting quietly, you begin from a place of calm and strength. That emotional energy is what helps you respond instead of react, handle challenges with grace, stay patient with others, feel motivated and uplifted. Just like a healthy breakfast fuels your body, a quiet moment of reflection fuels your spirit. Cortisol and the morning window. It's important to understand that your cortisol levels, the hormone responsible for alertness, peak naturally within 30-45 minutes of waking. This is your body's way of helping you feel awake and alert. But if you flood your system with stress like checking emails or social media first thing, cortisol spikes even higher, leading to anxiety, irritability, and energy crashes. Instead, use that natural cortisol boost to your advantage by engaging in calming, energizing practices that align your body and mind. Conclusion: energy by design, not by accident. Energy is not just something you hope for. It's something you create intentionally every single morning. By giving your body movement, your mind stillness, and your spirit reflection, you can generate physical stamina and emotional strength that lasts throughout the day. So rather than hitting snooze and rushing into chaos, choose to invest a few minutes in your energy. Your future self will thank you, with better performance, sharper focus, improved mood, and a deeper sense of balance. How you begin your day often determines how the rest of it will unfold. If you start with chaos, stress, or negativity, you're likely to carry that energy into your work, relationships, and decisions. But if you start your day with positivity, presence, and purpose, you set a powerful tone that can influence everything, from your mindset to your mood to your motivation. A strong morning routine doesn't just help you stay productive, it helps you lead your day with intention and optimism. The first hour shapes the next 16. Think of your morning like the foundation of a house. If the foundation is shaky, everything you build on top is unstable. But if the base is strong and steady, the rest of your day becomes much easier to manage. Studies show that your mood in the morning can influence how you interpret events throughout the day. In other words, your mindset in the first hour colors your perspective for the rest of the day. When you take the time to create a morning practice that centers and uplifts you, even for 10 minutes, you're not just checking off tasks, you're saying, "Today matters, I matter, and I choose how I show up." Momentum begins with meaning. A positive morning routine gives your day momentum. And not just any momentum, meaningful momentum. It's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things that align with who you want to be and how you want to feel. Simple acts like writing 3 things you're grateful for, setting an intention for the day, reading something inspirational, practicing mindfulness or prayer, smiling at yourself in the mirror. These seemingly small actions trigger a powerful internal response. They help shift your emotional baseline from neutral, or even negative, to hopeful, confident, and grounded. You begin your day leading from within rather than being pulled by external circumstances. Mood is contagious. Start with the right one. Your energy doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone you interact with. If you show up to work frustrated, impatient, or overwhelmed, that energy spreads. But if you walk in calm, composed, and confident, others feel that too. When you take ownership of your mood each morning, you create a ripple effect. You bring more positivity to your conversations, more clarity to your decisions, and more warmth to your presence. You become a thermostat for the room, not a thermometer reacting to it. And this all starts before you even leave the house, interrupting the stress spiral in today's world. It's easy to fall into a pattern of stress before you even start your day. Emails, news, social media, the endless list of to-dos. A mindful morning routine breaks that cycle. It gives you space to breathe, to think, and to reconnect with what really matters. It allows you to pause and say, "Let me focus on what I can control. Let me lead with purpose, not panic." Instead of rushing into the day already feeling behind, you start with clarity and calm. That's how you stay one step ahead of stress instead of constantly reacting to it. A mindset that lasts when your morning routine includes positivity. Whether through affirmations, gratitude, visualization, or prayer, you train your brain to look for the good. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything's perfect. It means choosing to lead with a mindset that's proactive, empowered, and hopeful. That mindset then carries over into how you respond to challenges, how you speak to others, how you treat yourself, how you pursue your goals, the result. More resilience, more self-compassion, and more progress toward the life you want to create. Conclusion: start the day as the person you want to be. Your morning is more than just a routine. It's a ritual of becoming. It's your opportunity to show up as the person you're working to become, the version of you that's focused, grateful, strong, and aligned. So instead of leaving your morning to chance, design it with care. Choose actions that energize your body, calm your mind, and lift your spirit. When you start your day from a place of positivity and purpose, you build momentum that carries you forward, hour by hour, choice by choice, toward the life you truly want. Because when you win the morning, you don't just take control of your day, you take control of your future.